Hey, this is Merlin from Boca Bearings, and I'm gonna do a little assembly video for you for Boca Bearings new Orange Seal Series kit for Serpent S411. And I'm gonna show you how you mount the bearings, how you maintain them, and what you do that they are always nice and smooth. Okay, what I did first, I washed the bearings out with some brake cleaner in a kind of tube. You see how much grease came out of it. So the brake cleaner is pretty dirty right now. The result is a dry bearing now. So you can use, or I use, bearing soak. I put some drips in a plastic bag like this. You see here, yeah. And I just add the bearings. Just shake a little bit or rub the bag. So put all in here. Then all bearings just get a little bit of bearing soak. You have to dry them anyway, so it doesn't matter how much or less they get. Oh, I just fished them out of my bearing soak bag, dried them up with a towel, and so that we can go on now with the assembly. So let's start with the assembly. What you need, of course, is your car, your S411, and Allen wrenches in 3mm, 2.5, 2 and 1.5. And I'm gonna start here in the front with the upper camber link so that we can remove the bearings in here. So yeah, let's go on. We are going to remove the bearings of the spool. We have to loosen these 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the screws down here in the shocks. It's a 3mm. So I'm gonna do this now. First 3mm. Done. And then with the 2mm, the screws up here. So what you do next before you remove everything here is you remove the screw of the upper arm link. So this one. Under this screw there are some shims. You have to watch out that you don't lose them because they're pretty important for the roll center. So here they are. You just put them beside. So you do the same on the right side. Watch out for the shims. And you can remove this part here. So what you do next with a 1.5mm Allen wrench is you loosen the stubby. This makes everything a little bit easier, I think. So I always do this, and it doesn't take much time. And the next one is you remove here the link of the steering from the other side. I think it's a 2.5mm. Right here. Oh, you don't see much. I will show you when I'm done. So like this. As you can see, everything here is free now. You can just put this around for the next step, the CVDs, but we're going for the spool first. So here your spool, everything is free now, so that you can easily remove it, so that you can replace the bearings here. Right? So I'm gonna do this on the one side. Just from the extender, just push the bearing out, set in the new one, and put everything back together. So on the other side, you again push out the bearing, put in the orange seal one, and put everything together on the spool and just mount it. Watch out for the extender position here. It's that your belt doesn't get too loose or isn't too hard. So just watch out that both are in the same position. And so much for the spool. You can put this bracket back on. Tighten up the screws like this. Just hand tight, that should be enough, I think. So, and that's it. Okay, for the CVD there are two bearings, one smaller one and another bigger one. The bigger is the inner bearing and the outer bearing is the smaller one. So what you do first is you need a 1.5 millimeter. Remove the things for the wheels. I don't know the name, obviously. Watch out that you don't lose the little pin in here. And you just can remove the CVD to the inner side like this. You have the CVD here. So I always do it with a screwdriver or something like that. There are special tools for removing or replacing bearings. I don't know that you need them because you can easily push them out like this and like this. The inner one is a little bit hard because there also is the C-hub, which doesn't make it easier to remove it. So, but I hope that I will get it. Like this, yeah. So you go on with the first bearing, the bigger one, and I always use the CVD to push it in, because now you can easily put it back in here and just push a little bit. That is tightened right now, and add the other one from the other side and put everything back together. You add the pin, so in this one, tighten it up and check for play, because you always need a little bit play, not too much obviously, but that this can turn free and easily, so you won't get into trouble while racing. Yeah, we're almost done. We just have to put together everything again. So we start with the upper arm link. We don't have to forget the shims we put beside. So stick this together and then Watch out that the CVD is in the outdrive. So far, and now the link of the steering. Okay. Now we put back on the shocks we removed before. First one and the second one. That's it. In the kit there are also bearings for the steering, so 4 flanged ones for this arm and 2 pretty tiny ones for this part, for this plate. So I'm gonna remove this one, and after this we're going to push out the bearings and remove them with the Boca ones. So I added here some shims in the steering because it has a little bit too much play, so I have to watch out that I don't lose the shims. It's only 1/10 or 2/10, but now it fits nice and snugly. So I have to remove the screw of the servo now. And also the links of the steering. One and the left one. And everything should look like this now. So here are the 2 bearings we want to remove now. And the other 4 bearings are in here in the arms. They're not so easy to pull out, but they will be removed. So the first one, hope you can see it, and the other one is in here still. So here's another one. And as I told you, here are some flanged bearings